Welcome back, everybody, to the Triple Cover Sports Pod. It's great to be on here with my buddies here, Luke and Ryan. Can't wait to get into what we got ready for you guys today. Anything to say over there, guys?
The blood's flowing to the nether regions as always, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of great games this weekend. You know, we got the national championship coming up on Monday. A lot of predictions to make. We've got some head coach shakeups as well. And then we're going to finish it off with our famous Triple Coverage Sports hot takes. Let's get into this first game that we're going to see on over the weekend. We got the Chicago Bears playing the Rams. I want to hear both of your predictions. And, you know, run me through how this game's going to go.
Yeah. You want to go first, Bear, or you want me to go first?
All you over there, man.
All right, yeah. Bears versus Rams. My prediction here, I got the Rams taking a dub. You know, the Bears, they have great coaching over there, great coaching staff. Everybody on the coaching staff is just amazing over there. But me personally, I'm going to have to say that the Rams are taking this one. And personally, it's not going to be close. You know, you might be wondering the reasons why. And to that, I would tell you, number one, quarterback play. Matthew Stafford's a beast. Caleb Williams, he's a pretty chill guy, but he's just not going to be able to get it done against Matty Statty. And second thing I'm going to tell you right now is that Bears defense is just not going to be able to keep up with these Rams wide receivers, with these Rams tight ends that have been stepping up. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. They're just playing at an elite level. Okay. Matthew Stafford's the MVP of this league. And quite frankly, I haven't seen an old guy perform this well since Lyndon B. Johnson. Okay. So, yeah.
No. I completely agree.
Wait. I got to come in here. Thanks for all that. Thanks for all that jibber jabber over there.
This guy's
we can't let him in here, bro.
You know what I mean? We got a game here that you just spit completely. Everything you just said was complete BS. You know, I got the Chicago Bears taking this game in Los Angeles. Or wait. Let me say that again. The Chicago Bears are defeating the Los Angeles Rams down at Soldier Field. Let me get into this one real quick. You know, we think the Los Angeles Rams are just going to go into Soldier Field. It's going to be sub 15-degree temperatures there.
And we do not care, bro.
Matthew Stafford is going to be just frolicking in the nice dome he has at SoFi. That's not how it's going to be. You know, we got this Bears defense, the most turnovers forced in the NFL. Matthew Stafford has not looked clean these last few weeks. I mean, that game against Carolina didn't look in sync for a lot of that. I mean, we can go a couple weeks back before against the Falcons. He had about 3 picks in that one. And, you know, we got a magician at the head coach position here in Ben Johnson. And don't get me started on Caleb Williams as well. You know, he's ready for the moment, and he's ready for this big game down at Soldier Field in Chicago. And I have the Bears taking this one with all the conditions in their favor.
So now we want to talk
conditions. No. So I just want to kind of back up what Luke said there, because, you know, he doesn't give much of an explanation, but this Rams offense is the number one scoring offense, and they got the MVP QB in Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And just like you said, I don't think the Bears are elite anywhere on defense, but they just kind of been bailed out by these turnovers. And aside from a few stinkers from Matthew Stafford, he had less than 10 picks this whole year, and I think he had a couple games with 2 picks. So if they can't get any turnovers in this game, I think there's going to be a real issue for the Bears, as well as if Caleb Williams starts slow like he did last week, it could be a problem. The Rams could go up 2 scores at half, and this thing could be over. Rams to the NFC Championship, easy.
And let me put it this way. Let me put it this way for you, bud. Can I call you bud? Listen, this one's not going to be close. You know, coming from 2 guys.
I mean, not going to be close is crazy.
That's 2 guys at the top left and bottom of your screen who are 4-2. And Perry, remind me of your playoff record so far. 2-4. I think that is. Yeah, you don't even got to say it. Anyway, yes, you know, guys like us, we know ball. I mean, look at me. So I just want to put it out there, bro. Going against the MVP of this league, you know, won a Super Bowl a few years ago, betting on a rookie quarterback, just because
second year
rookie quarterback.
Second year. I meant rookie quarterback in the playoffs. Going against a quarterback first time in the playoffs, because their defense gets
and may I mention The Bears fans
And-
treated that last game like their Super Bowl, bro.
Mind
They're up
you-
here, and they still got to face a better team in the Rams than the
And mind
Packers.
you, Matthew Stafford played in Detroit for years, bro, acting like this.
We're
isn't
talking
gonna affect him.
the Lions play in a dome, little bro. Like, you got to get your facts right, bro.
It don't matter, bro.
Another thing I got to say here is Caleb Williams and that Bears offense played horrible for 3/4 of that game, and they found a way to win. I mean, they just
exactly. You can't do that against the Rams.
Had a secret touch this season in these close games. Ben Johnson, one of the best head coaches in the NFL.
He's a great head coach.
The Bears, they're going to keep this game close, whether you like it or not. I mean, Luke over there saying it's going to be a blowout. That's a horrible take. It's going to be a close game, start to finish. You know, the Bears are going to come out with more of a sense of urgency, not to let 3/4 slip away like they did against the Packers. You know, Caleb Williams is going to be more settled in their second playoff game. I see the Bears keeping this one close. And, you know, in those close games, they've had it all year. Conditions are in their favor. They're playing at home in front of those Chicago fans who are going to be yelling like crazy. And, you know, I got the Bears coming out of this one and going to the NFC Championship.
If this one's close, look for special teams to be a huge factor in this one as well.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Might throw Perry out there on special teams because the Bears are going to need it.
Yeah,
anyway.
let's get to the next one. You know, we got the San Francisco 49ers going down to Seattle to face the Seattle Seahawks, coming off a bye as the 1 seed. I think this should be a pretty straightforward pick. On what do you guys got here?
Yeah. I mean, we just saw the Seahawks absolutely demolished the Niners a couple weeks ago, and I think this game is going to be like that one with no Kittle. We all know that defense is banged up, and Sam Darnold is rested. That's the only thing I really look at in this game. If Sam Darnold could play a blemish-free game, no turnovers, I give the Seahawks a great chance to win this one. And JSN's playing at an elite level. They got Rashid Shaheed at the deadline, playing really well, scheming him up. And that's what I got.
Yeah.
Something I got to say on this game is that we really need to take this last matchup into account here. I mean, that 49ers offense was not doing anything in that Week 18 matchup, which decided the NFC West. And this San Francisco 49ers team is really banged up. You know, they've been able to fight through it all season, but when you're playing against an elite team like Seattle, just top to bottom, fully the best at, I think, a lot of things in the league. And I think they're going to get slowed down completely. And I have Seattle rolling in this one, potentially winning it by 2 scores.
Behind the 12th man as well. Like
I'd agree with you boys, man. I think I can speak for everyone when I say one of my favorite things to do this season is grab a couple brews and watch the Seahawks play ball, man. Sammy D slinging around the pigskin.
Slinging Sammy D, they say.
It's been otherworldly this season, man. That offense is moving. That defense is humming. And I don't see them getting slowed down by this Niners team. Very, very well coached Niners team. It is going to be a battle, but man.
I think the only thing is if Sam Darnold could play well, because he doesn't have a playoff win yet. Maybe that's kind of overarching on him, but I think they'd get this one done.
The thing that doesn't concern me about this one is that Darnold has been turning the ball over a lot this season, and even in those games, I mean, take that Seahawks-Rams game Thursday night a few weeks ago as an example. I think he had like 2 or 3 turnovers there, and they're still finding ways to win. You know, it's not like Sam Darnold needs to play a perfect game to win this one, and that's another reason why I think the Seahawks are going to roll here. Yeah,
sometimes I actually like when quarterbacks turn the ball over. That might be a hot take, bro. Sometimes I think it's a good idea because that means that you're putting your balls to the walls. That means you're not throwing safe. You're not throwing these shitty ass screens, bro. You're actually trying to move the ball downfield. So, when a quarterback can throw an interception into a game, it kind of gets me fired up, and that's one of the reasons I like Sammy D in this game because, one thing about Sammy D is he's gonna go crazy, man. I've heard the rumors, and I think he's gonna be slinging around this, come this weekend. So. I'm looking forward to watching him play.
Back-to-back 14-win seasons as well for slinging Sammy D.
Yeah.
Only player to do it on 2 separate teams.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Super impressive. Let's get into the next one here. We have got the 5 seed Houston Texans going down to Foxborough to face the New England Patriots. What do we got? What do we think here? We just saw the Texans play last night against the Steelers. Anything you guys got for this one?
I mean, I think we'd all agree the Texans are winning this game. Am I right, boys?
No.
100%. 100%.
You guys are just salty from last week.
I'm with
guys.
Houston.
Oh
on this
my
one.
God, bro!
You guys were
There's
both
no
on the
way we're doing
Steelers, and now
this.
you're switching to the Texans.
No. There's no way we're doing this, bro.
You guys are still
If you're trying to
disrespecting
tell
Drake.
me, if you're trying to tell me that this Texans defense is not going to absolutely throttle that Patriots offense, then you've got something else coming. You've got something else.
Did
coming,
you see?
my brother.
Did you see Drake May against the Chargers defense? I mean, I know they came through in that game. It was an ugly
It was his
game,
first ever playoff start, bro. He
This is
settled
his
into the
second ever
second
now.
half.
They weren't moving the ball. They weren't moving the ball at all. And I mean, it's not going to get any easier against this Texans front. I mean, I see Drake May having tons of struggles in this game. I don't even think Houston needs to score 20 points to win this game. I mean, I think the
couldn't agree
Patriots
more.
offense, I think this Patriots offense
guys
is
are
going to be
crazy.
completely stuffed all night long. No rhythm.
Mhm.
And I have the Texans winning this one, regardless of how the offense plays. You know, the Texans are coming out on top in this one.
So,
Yeah.
did you guys like how CJ Stroud played?
Yeah,
I think
towards the
CJ
end of that
Stroud's-
game, the
Towards
Texans
the end
offense,
of that game,
the
What
Texans
do you mean?
offense
The
was getting
Texans
going.
defense
That
had
1-2
more
punch.
touchdowns than the
No,
offense
that 1-2
in the
punch
whole-
with Nick Chubb and Woody down there, bro.
that was
You
when the
can't tell
game
me
was
that
already over.
No,
That
you
was when
can't
the
tell
game
me
was already over.
that didn't get you fired up, bro.
Christian
Over
Kirk with a
Schmober.
great game
I
as
think
well.
he had 2 lost fumbles.
Over
I thought we
Schmober,
saw.
dude.
I thought we saw a lot of good things from CJ Stroud in this game. You know, he had the turnovers, and I think that's going to be something easy for him to correct coming into this week. And I don't really think he needs to do much to win this game, which is a big reason for why I have the Texans here.
No, I mean,
saw
Drake
he didn't
May,
play well in
Drake
that
May,
game.
you know, he played a bad game. He played a bad game. He had his C stuff. I would say a C+ on Sunday night, but he got it done. He got the win. He's got another home playoff game, and that's what you want. This team is playing together. Drake May is going to be a lot more calm, and I mean, it's kind of crazy how you guys switched up. I was the one saying last week that CJ Stroud is good enough to put up some points, and now you guys are saying
Nah,
the same thing. You guys said the Steelers were going to win, and like I don't understand.
you know.
I think that Steelers defense is better than this Patriots unit, to be honest. So I think CJ Stroud's.
It probably is.
I think CJ Stroud's going to have an easier time come this weekend. And, you know, I think that defense is going to do the same thing they've been doing, which is just shutting down offenses all season long. So,
You know,
I'm
as
riding
my,
with the Texans
as my
here.
grandmother used to say, this Patriots offense is going to be straight up Thanksgiving dinner. After it's going to get stuffed. Okay, they're going to be stuffed after this game.
Oh wait, I have a little question for Perry. I know you made a bet with one of our friends, George. When are we going to see you in a Drake May jersey?
The Drake May jersey will be coming soon.
That's a
It is
ship.
currently on the way. We're going to have it ready for next week.
Oh,
and,
no,
we're gonna
that's
have to own
smart
up to that
because
one.
after they lose this weekend, his jerseys will be like 50% off. And then you can buy it, and then it'll
Yeah,
be cheaper.
exactly.
There you go. There we go. It all works out.
The Drake May jersey will be applied, but as of now, it has not arrived yet. So we're still waiting on that one. But
All right. Next game we got here. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos. Once again, this seems like it should be a pretty easy answer here.
Whenever you guys are on the same page, I feel good about myself.
I mean, this is
I'm Mr.
Broncos.
4-2.
This is the Denver Broncos that I've already talked about. You know, this is one of the most underwhelming 1 seeds in recent
Fraudulent.
times. You know, we have a Broncos team that just doesn't have a great offense. You know, that defense has been bailing them out all season long. And I think this defense is actually going to find some struggles. You know, we're talking about playoff Josh Allen, who proved it again, went into Jacksonville this weekend, and he got the job done. You know, Josh Allen versus Bo Nix. You know, they say the playoffs come down to quarterbacks. You know, who's your quarterback? We're talking about Josh Allen versus Bo Nix. Like, who would you rather have in this game? And I'm obviously taking Josh Allen. I'm taking the Bills all the way against this fraudulent Denver team that has been bailed out all season long.
I don't know how you could call this team a fraud, bro. They were
total fraud.
How? What do you mean you don't know how?
I don't know how.
They have like the most like comebacks in the entire league, bruh.
12 comeback wins, the most in NFL history.
Dude.
That's called knowing how to win. They're very well coached.
No,
bro.
I mean, we're talking comebacks against subpar teams.
Bo Nix was very solid this year. And Josh Allen is going to have to do everything in this game. You know, high altitude. He was already banged up.
You're trusting Bo Nix over Josh Allen.
I'm trusting the Denver defense to do enough for Bo Nix to make strides in this game and win this game for the Denver Broncos at home. Those fans are rocking in Mile High. I just think in the playoffs, Josh Allen has had trouble in these situations where he's coming off an excruciating victory where he's been hit 10 plus times. And Bo Nix is fresh. This defense is fresh. They have the best corner in the league in PS2, as well as Riley Moss on the other side. I know he gets penalized a lot, but
I'm not
he's
talking
been
about
pretty
Riley
solid.
Moss, bro.
We're
Let's
talking
talk
about Josh
Riley
Allen,
Moss.
who his only playoff losses have come to Patrick Mahomes and Arrowhead. I mean, just talk about, like, if I'm Josh Allen, this is a dream. We're going from Patrick Mahomes and Arrowhead to Bo Nix at Mile High. Like, this is night and day.
Hey.
You know, we're talking about an elite.
No, keep talking. This is going to be great content for next week.
And, you know, we're talking.
Do not get me
Josh
started
Allen
on
is
Josh
going to go
Allen.
into Mile High and just absolutely dominate. And the Bills are my new pick to come out of the AFC.
Hey, glad to have you on board, Pam. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, we're
Just
welcoming
a reminder,
everybody.
guys, the Bills lost to the Falcons this year, as well as the shitty Miami Dolphins.
Bro, hey, we do not care.
What
bro.
bad team did the
You
Broncos
can look at every bro. Search your shit up, bro. Let me pull up chat. Let me pull up Chat GPT right now.
I mean, the
bro.
Chargers
guarantee you
took the
pull up.
Broncos. Then, I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
just watched the Chargers play. They didn't look great up there.
I'm just backing up my boy Trey and Tony right here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be flying to Denver, partying with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, Denver's not coming out on top in this one.
Oh, they lost to the Colts this year. They lost to the Chargers.
The Colts were elite earlier in the year.
Elite Schmeat. They didn't even make the playoffs, mud. I don't know what we're talking about here, right?
Their QB tore his ACL, bro.
Dude,
Like, what are we talking about? The Bengals were
Guess
stupid
what?
because Joe Burrow was out.
And guess
Like,
what?
are you saying?
If I didn't tear my left elbow back in middle school, bro, I would have been in the NFL too, bro. Guess what? It
Yeah,
didn't
you're right.
happen. It didn't happen.
You
Okay.
have a very physical build.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about a former athlete in Luke over there that
Okay,
did
first
some,
of all, I don't
did
know
some
how
great
to.
things
Well,
on the
if it
football
weren't
field.
for those pregame speeches by Pastor Guzman, I don't think you would be where you are today.
Dude, I don't know. How does this always turn into to shots at Luke party? Okay, no, this is what we're not going to start here. You can flash back to every single podcast. This happens at least once an episode. Okay, this is
Luke,
what we're not
what position did you play again back in your day?
I played wing and I played fullback, bro, and I was a beast, bro. I was a beast.
They
Until
called
the
him
best-
puke because every
the
play
best-
he would have to puke on the sideline.
The best,
All right.
the best wing in the league.
All right,
Okay,
Oh,
well,
no. What positions did you guys play in football, huh? What positions did you guys
we
play?
ain't played that. All right, on to the
Exactly. Move
next
on.
one. A wing tee is like the cop out high school.
a routine win for the Bills though.
Let's
in
talk
Denver.
about
Excited for that
Yo,
one.
but get on the field, bruh. Get on the field, dude.
Bro, you played JV for 2 years and played varsity 1 year, bro. Chill out.
Okay,
And how many years did you play?
It don't matter,
get out
bro.
of this. Let's get out of this. Let's get a little personal right here.
All right, we're going to get into some head coach firings as well as some offensive coordinator firings. We're going to start with Tomlin. He technically was not fired. Tomlin stepped down today. What are our thoughts on this one? And do you think he will be coaching in 2026?
Yeah, this was a mistake by the Steelers for sure. They should have kept Tomlin. I think he's a great head coach. I think the players love him. Obviously he's proven that he can win. I think this comes down to the ownership, if anything. They give him the most mid rosters of all time. It is straight just
You have to be rage baiting.
No.
Bro. You just said Tomlin can win.
Yeah, he.
What do you mean
He's
he
never had a
can
losing.
win?
He's never had a losing season, bro.
Yeah.
He's taking subpar rosters to winning records. He hasn't had a losing record in his career.
His
I don't know why
rosters
it's 2-on-1 today.
His
Was the last
rosters are
playoff
more
game he
mid
won?
than Del Taco, bro. Imagine the beef they serve you at Del Taco, bro. That's this guy's fucking playmakers that he's had this year, bro. You look like, dude. Look, this
We're
is the
talking
best
about
team Tomlin's
MVS,
ever had,
Calvin
bro.
Austin, like.
No,
Dude.
I'm not. I just don't think he the last 5 years he hasn't won a playoff game, probably longer than that. So it's been a lot of first round exits, and the Steelers don't do mediocrity. They've only had 3 coaches since 1969, and if they're going to move on from Tomlin, they definitely they want a coach that can win in the playoffs. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Do we think that he was fired and it was just structured like that in the media?
I mean, 100%. It was a mutual agreement. Like they didn't want him back. But
No, I think he stepped away.
this makes it possible for any team to come in and grab him because he's still under the Steelers contract.
Yeah.
So a team could
Bring up
go
a good
out
point.
and pay for him or even trade some picks. So
I think the reason he did this, and this is actually really great like thinking from me here. I think the reason that Tomlin decided to step away instead of just being fired or trying to go to another team right now is because he's waiting for next year for the Bengals to be bad, fire Zach Taylor, and then he's going to come be the Bengals head coach.
How does
And
this
that's
always
just
turn
for-
into the
all
Bengals?
these-
I mean,
and that's just-
every
and that's
single
just
pod,
all right,
every single pod
is out in Cleveland. He's definitely going to get a job. Where do you think that will be? And do you think the Browns should have fired him?
I think the Browns should have fired him 100%. I mean, this season, all of their struggles were horrible. I mean, we're talking about tough play calling, bad play calling in big situations. I mean, I can remember a few games where they took the ball out of their red hot quarterback's hands, whether it was Shadur or Dylan Gabriel, and just a lot of coaching miscues this year, which led to a really bad year for Cleveland. I think he's going to get hired. He's a multi-time coach of the year. I don't know where he's going to land, but he's going to get picked up soon.
Yeah, I think a fresh start for Stefanski is the best thing that could happen to him. I think he's a great coach. I mean, that situation unfolded with Deshaun Watson, then they brought in these two rookie QBs. It's a little tough. That run with Flacco was sick. One coach of the year that year. But
a little bit off topic here, but question for you guys. Who do you guys like in Cleveland? Dylan Gabriel or Shadur Sanders? Who is your?
Give me
pick of
Dylan
those two
Gabriel
quarterbacks?
every day of the week. Give me Dylan Gabriel.
People are not going to talk about this.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
But if you look at the
Did
stats
you just say Dylan Gabriel?
If you look at the
over
stats this year, Dylan Gabriel was way more efficient than Shadur, and nobody's going to talk about it.
And what was Dylan Gabriel's
Shadur
record?
was 10 picks to 7 touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel, when he started, 7 touchdowns to 2 picks. I mean, I know Gabriel wasn't able to throw the ball down the field, but
yeah, get those words out right, because everything you are spitting out of your mouth is total BS right now. I mean, I don't know if I saw Dylan Gabriel throw a pass that was further than 10 yards down the field in those first or however many starts he had. I mean, I don't know if he even won a game. I mean, from Shadur, he made mistakes. He's got a lot of development to happen. He's throwing the ball downfield. He's actually making some firework plays for this Browns offense. And I just think
I'm not saying he's better, but I think we need to look at these numbers a little bit more to give up on Gabriel this quick.
I'm giving up on Gabriel immediately.
This is going to get clipped.
I think this might be the first time this happened so far on the podcast, but I think I've been convinced to switch teams. Give me Shadur. Give me Shadur, bro. No.
Exactly.
I just got set up, bro.
No. Give me Shadur.
We go by the facts. We go by the facts, and of course, it's going to change over.
A man can admit when he's wrong. And at first, I was thinking Dylan Gabriel. I remember having this conversation with Rye, thinking about the stats, but after listening to you guys talk and then thinking,
guys.
And thinking in my head, dude, you watch Shadur play, bro. And one of the highest things that you should look at, like the number one stat that you need to look at to tell if your quarterback is good or not, is how much aura do they have. And when you look at Shadur, man, that shit is unmatched, boy. That shit
perfect time.
That shit, man. That guy is different. Now, his stats may not have been that great this season. But, you look at the way he carries himself, and I think that young man is going to be great.
I heard he's
we've
great
got a lot of development to go down the road. I mean, just as a person, no quarterback I'd rather have in the league than Shadur.
Okay.
Just
that's a little stretch.
All right, let's close it out with actually 2 more. We got
I
out in Miami.
No. Enough of this, McDaniel. I want to get into Greg Roman getting fired, which is going to open up a spot. For the
man talking about Greg.
No, that's why I brought up McDaniel.
So we've got
out in Miami, probably the most sought after OC that is available right now. He's an absolute mastermind. I don't know about his progress as a head coach, but this guy's got a great scheme.
Yeah, let me get a word in here.
There's no way that wasn't on purpose. Bro said, grown man talking about scheme. Get your ass out of here. Anyway, continue.
Okay, getting back in here. I mean, Luke's all over the place today, but Mike McDaniel, great offensive coordinator, can help a lot of teams in this league. A team that I got in mind is my Los Angeles Chargers. We just fired Greg Roman, one of the best offseason moves so far. One of the worst offensive coordinators in the league, has brought down the Chargers in a extreme way, brought down the Ravens with Lamar Jackson. I mean, he just has been terrible wherever he goes. Big reason for why the Chargers were not able to have offensive success this year. I think that bringing Mike McDaniel into Los Angeles
so you're
would be
taking all the
a
blame
great
off
addition.
Herbert?
No, not taking all the blame off Herbert, but
You see what you're doing there, big guy.
We're talking about an offensive coordinator that definitely did not win us games this year, to say the least. And, we talk about Mike McDaniel, very creative playbook, very creative mind, struggled at the head coaching position. But I think that if he finds the right place as an offensive coordinator, he is going to really be able to help contribute to a championship team, whether it's in the playoffs. I think I'd love to have Mike McDaniel on the Chargers. I think it'd be a perfect spot for him.
Okay,
We got Justin Herbert, top 10 quarterback.
Okay.
A good supporting
and I
cast.
would love ice cream before I eat dinner, bud. It's not happening. That's just. It just doesn't work.
Do you guys not think Mike McDaniel would look great on the Chargers as an OC?
I don't know.
And I would look great with a 6-pack, bud. But it's just not happening. It's just not happening. There's too many factors that go into it, and
he's gonna get these head coach interviews as well. I think he's still a great head coach. He was kind of held hostage by Tua. He lived and died by Tua, which is why he got fired. Tua just wasn't good enough for him, and that was kind of his project. And he's already interviewed with the Browns, so I mean that would be.
I think that's a total bailout there. I think Tua's a great quarterback in this league. I think if anything, Mike McDaniel brought down Tua at this stage.
Wow. Do you care to explain?
Tua Tagovailoa in 2023 was leading the league in many categories, and I think he still is an elite quarterback in this league, and I think he's going to prove it over these next few years to come.
Yeah, yeah, man, and I dropped 2 points in our
we gotta stop,
game, and I'm elite as well. Yo, what? This is getting absurd. Wait, how did this start with Greg Roman? Thing about Greg Roman is he's a leader of men, but he's not with the plays, and he just doesn't have what in him to be an OC. I think he'd be a great college guy. Maybe high school guy, one of those. That's what I think about Greg. And as for Tua, I think he could be a great college guy too. Unfortunately, he can't go back down. So he's kind of stuck in the league. Maybe a good backup guy.
All right. That's it for the head coaching situations there. Let's move on to the national championship, college football. We got Indiana versus Miami. They are playing at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Home game for the Canes. Yep. What do we feel here?
Not going to mean much. Indiana's taking this one.
Okay, you're
Fernando Mendoza.
Why are you trying to be so nonchalant, bro?
This guy.
I mean,
you're not slick, bud.
We're talking about.
No, I agree with you.
This isn't going to play a big factor in this game. Fernando Mendoza, I think.
Miami ain't winning, bro.
Oh, really? Miami ain't winning? Oh, really?
Miami's not winning this game,
bro. They don't even have that many high rating players out of high school. I think they just have a bunch of solid 4-star guys. They went and got some great players in the portal, and they're just playing together. Kurt Signetti is the best coach in college football. Fernando Mendoza, the best QB. I don't see this one being too much of a game. Okay. Indiana has been blowing out all their opponents. I do respect this Miami defense, as well as Carson Beck's playmaking abilities. And also they got Baby Jesus, Malachi Toney on their receiving core. He is a true freshman. That guy's elite.
Okay, what was that pause? You said you said they have Baby Jesus.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to know who this player was.
Well, you said they had baby Jesus. For a second, I was going to switch my
That's
answer.
what they call him, bro. Baby Jesus.
No. Anyway, I've got a few things to say about this game. Number one, Indiana's going to have a tough time running into their first real team. This Miami team is no joke. You look at who they have at the helm. You look at Carson Beck. This is a man on a mission. Let me tell you right now. This is a man that was demonized by the world after his breakup with star basketball player Haley Carpenter. I don't know. I'm not sure which one it was, but he was demonized by the world, and this is a man.
And what does this have to do with the game?
I'm going to explain to you right now. This is a guy that, given the chance, he's not going to let that chance slip. You know what they call Carson Beck? They call him Eminem. You know what Eminem said? One chance, one opportunity, and I'll never let it go. So
Might be the quote.
Also,
Cool.
Another thing that you might notice is Mendoza, a great guy, by the way, type of guy you'd want to date your daughter. You'd want to date your daughter, not that would date. Okay. He's the type of guy, where, they go on and on about their team. We're just a muddy, gruddy group of 4-star recruit. Bro, that's a bunch of BS, bro. Stars don't mean shit. They've got a great team. Last game, he didn't even break a sweat. He didn't even break a post-game interview. He was literally looked like he was fresh out the showers. He was ready to go grab
that
some
would
beers.
mean he's what?
I mean, maybe because Ole Miss ended the game with the ball and he was on the bench.
His defense was balling,
no.
but he still put in 5 touchdowns.
I'm telling you, right? Okay, yeah, 5 garbage time touchdowns. I'm telling you right now,
they scored most of their points in the first half.
No, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, garbage time, because this Ole Miss defense was just atrocious. I'm gonna tell you this one thing right now, though.
It's more their offense. Bro.
One thing about me, bros, is when it comes to me analyzing this team, the main thing that I look at is this offensive superpower and how they come together as a team. And I think with Indiana, they're spewing it. They're telling the world how much they're together. In Miami, you see how much they're together by the way they play on this field. And and I think Miami.
Don't forget to say they have baby Jesus.
Baby,
right, I don't even. You didn't say anything there.
I mean, you're talking in circles, like so. You got Miami winning? Is that what I'm hearing? Or what?
Yeah, yes, I have Miami winning, bro, and I think the score will be 21-32.
What?
Okay.
Why are you guys? No, you guys are making me look crazy, bro.
I got Indiana 31-17.
Yeah, I mean, likewise, I got Indiana cruising in this one. I'll take them 34-21.
You up, baby?
It's like this, bro.
Wait, what did he do?
He went you up. How do you not talk about Michael Irvin when you're talking about Miami?
Oh my God, can we get into Michael Irvin, bro? This dude is off the crack. What is wrong with this guy, bro?
He's on his hands and knees on the sideline, bro. When they're trying to get the shot of the touchdown, he's like in the end zone.
That's another reason I think Miami's winning, bro.
He's been going crazy. I think he's got to stay off the substances, but that's a talk for a different day.
Neither here nor there.
All right, how about some hot
next
takes
up,
to end this
let's
thing?
Let's get into our triple coverage hot takes here. Starting off, I got a question for you guys. Do you think that Patrick Mahomes has peaked statistically, and are we just chasing nostalgia now?
This is a crazy question. Are we just chasing nostalgia?
Man, that's a bozo-ass question, bro. No, we're not chasing nostalgia. Dude, Patrick Mahomes, he's still in his prime. He's still in the peak of his career. He'll probably win another Super Bowl, maybe a few. Patrick Mahomes is going to be back, and he's going to be just fine. He's going to be one of the premier quarterbacks in this league.
I mean, just answering the question, maybe he's peaked statistically. Maybe he won't put up the same numbers that he had in the past, but that's just because he's saving energy for them playoffs that he's going to be in next year. When we're looking at Patrick Mahomes, we're not looking at his statistics. We're looking at his clutch ability. He's one of the closest to Brady when it comes to finishing these games in the playoffs, big games, big moments. That's his calling card. Yeah, maybe he digresses statistically, but I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think definitely he's peaked statistically. I mean, which isn't a bad thing here. I just don't think he's going to be putting up those historic numbers he was early in his career. But I still see him making many playoff appearances. Obviously, I mean, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best quarterback in the league. But I just don't know if I see him breaking through to win two more Super Bowls, two or more. I mean, I see it. Patrick Mahomes definitely putting himself back in a situation to be in a Super Bowl, but I don't know if he's going to be as dominant as he once was. I mean, I think the run that the Chiefs just went on will never happen again. I mean, I don't know how many Super Bowls they made in the last however many years, but they were in a lot of them. I see Mahomes maybe making a few more, but I'm saying he won't win more than one the rest of his career.
Wow. Whoa, dude. Whoa.
I think that's a little bit of hitting the panic button after one missed playoffs.
That's not hitting the panic button. I still think he's going to be great. I just don't know if he's going to win two more.
That's the panic button to me.
All right, let's get into the next one. Spook, you go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Next question I got for y'all boys, man. Is Brock Purdy the most disrespected quarterback in this league? Every time I look, he's putting up great performances. He's winning games. You know, other guys, I mean, I hate to bring it up, like maybe Justin Herbert, they're not winning these big playoff games like Brock Purdy's winning, yet he never gets the credit. It's always the team. It's always the coaching. It's always this. It's always that. Brock Purdy's never getting his credit. Is he the most disrespected quarterback in this league right now?
100% he is. 100% he is. Guys, this is Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick in the draft. All he's done since getting to the league is exceed expectations. And I look at this year. I mean, he's got no Ayuk, Debo's in Washington, and he came in injury riddled, and he finished the season really good for the Niners. And people don't talk about his only two playoff losses were against the Eagles, which he was badly injured in the first drive of that game. Couldn't really even throw the ball. CMC had to play kind of like a wildcat in that game, and then he lost the Super Bowl to where he gave his team a lead in overtime. So, I mean, that's a pretty good track record in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I just think he's extremely disrespected.
Yeah, I would agree. I think he's very disrespected. I mean, people have been calling him a system quarterback for the last few years, never really given him the credit he deserves. I mean, he showed it last week. He knows how to play in big games. I mean, they're down so many players. He made Demarcus Robinson look like he was an elite receiver all year long. I mean, perfect passes all game long. I think Brock Purdy has a chance to do some great things in his career. It's not going to be this year, but I think he's definitely one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the league.
What's up with that Demarcus Robinson slander there?
He was balling. No, it's not slander.
No, it's not slander. I was saying that Purdy was making him look great. I mean, I don't think we heard a lot about Demarcus Robinson this season.
I mean, hey, Demarcus, hey, keep balling, brother. You want to take this next one, Ryan?
Yep. Let's get into number 3. Are the Dallas Cowboys stuck in a cycle that they can't escape, no matter who the coach or quarterback is?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about the Cowboys, bro?
Yeah. I mean, talking about the Cowboys is a little crazy right now, but I just see this organization, they just haven't been progressing in a long time. Dak hasn't been able to find the answers. They've had Mike McCarthy in there. They haven't won big games, and I just see the cycle continuing, and I don't know when it's going to change.
Yeah, I think the first step is bolstering that defense. That defense was absolutely atrocious. Dak actually had a great year, but nothing to show for it. Didn't make the playoffs.
And that's every year.
I like what they got going with George Pickens. Hopefully they'll extend him. CD as well. They got some good cornerstones on the offense. Just got to bolster that defense, and maybe they'll make the playoffs next year.
I agree. Okay. Yo, Perry, you want to take this next one? I don't know.
I got this one for you guys.
Is this a mistake? I don't think this.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote this question, but is Lamar Jackson still underrated, or is he officially overrated? And I don't know anyone who's calling him underrated, but
I've never heard the underrated.
Luke, you can take this one away.
I don't think he's ever been underrated, or I I don't even think he should be rated. Can he even be rated? He's just not been great at any point in his career. That's one thing I'm gonna say right now.
At any point in his career,
you know, the MVP, MVP, to one MVP, two MVP. To be honest, I don't care, bro. They were kind of a little bit jeb. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but can you fault him? He was running the Greg Roman offense for quite a long time.
Exactly.
Greg is no. One thing we're not going to do is keep throwing Greg under the bus. Okay, he's a leader of men, and you know, Greg, we could see him have a lot of success at the college level. Anyway, Lamar Jackson. No, in all seriousness, Lamar Jackson. As much as I hate Lamar Jackson, you can't lie. He's put up some great stats over the years. He's strung together some great seasons. You know, but I just think right. In the early couple seasons of your career, you know, if you put up really great stats, but don't necessarily have the, you know, playoff or championship success, you know, you can still be a very high rated player, you know, early on in your career. But when you get to Lamar Jackson's level, you know, he's considered like a veteran in this league at this point. And you kind of look to what he has to show for it, right? He's got great individual stats, you know, nobody's gonna fault him for that. But he just can't seem to get his team to that next level. And I think that's a main part of a franchise quarterback's job is to motivate the guys around you, to do the work in the offseason, you know, to talk with the front office, to bring in the guys that you want, to help get extended the guys that you want to stay. And, you know, Lamar, you know, maybe behind the scenes he's done some of that, but we just haven't really seen the fruits of his labor come to fruition in any sort of championship.
No, and what worries me is like his game style. We've already seen him, like he doesn't run as much as he used to. That was really what his strength was, is escaping the pocket, making these big plays. But as you get older, it's going to be a lot tougher. You know, we saw Cam Newton retire extremely early, taking big hits early in his career. So I think that's a huge factor in this as well.
Yeah, I think that's he
has become a great pocket passer. But
I think that's a great point there. You know, obviously early in his career, he was one of the most dominant running quarterbacks like of all time. But you know, that slowed down later on in his career. And I mean, I think every season Lamar plays, you know, he's one play away from, you know, just suffering. I mean, with the amount he runs, he's one play away from suffering a pretty rough injury. I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet, but kudos to him for staying healthy. But yeah, I think he's very overrated at this stage in his career. You know, he hasn't been able to win the big game. Lost to Buffalo last year. You know, this year didn't win the big game against Pittsburgh. I just don't really see much going on for Lamar. I don't see him winning another MVP. And at this point, I believe he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league.
All right, boys.
That concludes the show for today. Get out and watch these games. Make sure you're following along with our predictions. They will be coming out soon on all the short form platforms. Thank you guys for tuning in.
One hell of a show, boys. It was a pleasure.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.